So, bringing it back.
Yes.
Pet Talk UK.
Yeah.
Ring wraps myself behind lens with not only the YouTuber champion,
Yes, sir.
the biscuit,
Biscuit
the,
King now.
the heavyweight
The head
biscuit
honcho.
champion.
The head honcho.
We need the Ring magazine belt.
Yes. Wow. Nah, I thoroughly enjoyed that, bro. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Milk chocolate digestive, still your favourite.
Still number one. I can't remember. I think Jaffa Cake might have been number two. I can't remember. I think my top three though was chocolate digestives, Oreo, and I think Jaffa Cake.
So you like chocolatey biscuits?
That says it all, doesn't it?
No.
No,
You highly
Hobnobs.
rated ginger nuts against all against all your inhibitions.
I did. I think
Yeah,
I know which I hated, but yeah.
I'll send Ade all the scores. He can upload them.
I want to
at
see
a
the
later
clip
date.
of this. I can't wait.
So let's just wrap up with some serious talk.
Yeah.
We got a couple more big fights. We spoke about. You reckon Canelo's going to stop Billy Joe?
Late, yeah.
You reckon Usyk's going to stop Chisora?
Late, yep.
What you reckon Dubois is going to stop Joyce?
Yep.
Early-ish.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a firefight and someone's getting knocked out early. I don't think it's going to be for
5
time.
rounds?
5 rounds, yeah. And that's not, it could be a Hagler Hearn.
Well, thank
Someone's getting
God
put
the
to sleep.
card's looking good then.
Yeah, I mean, Lyndon
Big up,
Arthur.
big up Lyndon. He gave me a lovely interview the other day. Big up Manchester.
How big is he, by the way?
Lyndon Arthur, he's
Yeah.
tall. He's tall.
Yeah, he is, isn't
He's
he?
tall, but Anthony Yard's big.
Thick.
Big
Anthony
up, big
Yard's
up
thick.
Yard, top guy. Big up
Yep.
Tunde.
East London.
And you know what?
Whoop.
Tunde was very respectful and acknowledged where the other camp were coming from with regards to hardship,
I love
lifestyle.
that. I like the way he acknowledged Lyndon Arthur's trainer. Like they're from up north,
Yeah.
but they are exactly the
Nah,
same as us. I like that.
he said that, and,
Yeah.
and there was no trash.
Absolutely.
And to be honest, for whatever reason, Anthony Yard is humble. I won't say he's been humbled because there's no shame in losing to Sergei Kovalev.
No, it's a good fight.
There's no shame.
Decent fight.
And you know, a bit more experience under his belt. Even Kovalev said he could have lost that fight.
Absolutely.
So big up Yard, he's going to come again, and he's looking for a new Yard as we speak. So you know, good luck with that,
Got money
Anthony.
now, innit?
Yeah. So I said to him, no, you don't want to be doing all them trips in and out of Essex because it's a lot of wasted time. I said, you get tired.
Always in sheesh.
Can you believe we were speaking at 2 in the afternoon at the presser last week? He hadn't had any food. He'd been up since 8 o'clock. He'd only had a shot of coffee
Mad.
because he doesn't want to eat before training. And they were going training after. He hadn't eaten. Right, he grabbed a few. They had some salmon and rocket sandwiches, but I was like, what? Not even porridge.
Because he wants to drop weight. He's massive. He needs to drop weight quick.
But,
I mean,
but he's going to go training for at least 90 minutes.
He has to drop weight, dude. I mean, who was speaking?
He's big, man. He's big.
Vostik that fought Bertabiev in that little great fight for the WBC and IBF unification. Vostik was like, he doesn't know how Anthony Yard makes light heavy. He is so thick.
Do you know what? The all cliches aside, he's top heavy.
Yeah, his legs are sweats, man.
So, anyway, did you see Lyndon Arthur, King Arthur, by the way? Did you see his knockout in either his last fight or his second to
It was
last
his
fight?
last fight, Commonwealth title.
And
He struggled in that fight.
it was a fight.
Yeah, he struggled in that fight.
It was a fight.
But
And
I do believe though, and I was saying, I've done a preview video to it, and I was saying that if you're going to get Yard, this is the time now. After a loss, I know we went to Spain.
Little bit of question mark.
A little bit of question mark. I know he walks around bravado, confidence, Tunde, but inside he'll be a bit still scared. And this is the time to get him if you're Lyndon Arthur. A couple more fights, you haven't got a chance. But he might have a chance here just because he's a big guy, he's confident, he's a good boxer. Yard's not a perfect boxer either. So that's a good little fight between them both.
I also, just a little caveat, I also had the pleasure to meet a young fighter out of South East London called Archie Sharpshooter
Okay,
Sharp.
yeah, I know actually Sharp.
Keep an eye on him. He looks...
Is he on that card as well?
He's on the card. I
Okay.
don't know who's fighting. I think it's to be announced.
Okay.
I also met another guy
Oh,
called
what,
Too
one
Sharp.
of Frank's TBAs?
Yeah, TBA, yeah.
Oh, right until the last day. TBA, oh.
He's probably seeing what eliminator he can get with the WBO.
Pretty much. That's his belt, innit?
Frank WBO Warren.
Bloody hell.
So, back to serious business.
All right, go on.
Joshua Pulev.
Yep, Anthony Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev. You know what? Firstly, it's what AJ turns up. Are we going to see the defensive-minded AJ that we saw against Andy Ruiz? Almost scared.
So twinkle toes.
Twinkle toes AJ. When we get in close, hold, stay away, use your jab distance. Or are we going to see destructive AJ that we were kind of brought up on for the last sort of 5 or 6 years?
Who's always been vulnerable, by the way.
Always been vulnerable. Vulnerable against Povetkin, vulnerable against Dillian White, obviously vulnerable against Klitschko. I think we're going to see a mixture of both. I think Kubrat Pulev's perfect for him. Slow feet, slow hands, European style fighter.
Is Pulev a Bulgarian Joe Joyce?
Better.
Absolutely technically better, but he stands in front of you.
Stands in front and we'll have a go. We'll have a go. But I think even Huey Fury's a mover. And when Huey Fury fought that it's going to be easy. I can jab and move. He can move a bit. He can cut off the ring. But surely Joshua's too good for Kubrat Bridge.
So you think we revert back to a TKO classic Joshua
I
finish?
think we're going to get a TKO.
Joshua's the king of TKOs, isn't he?
Mid to late, yeah. He's never going to put you down to go to sleep.
You know why, Joshua? This is something that a lot of people don't realise. He's probably the best dangerous combo puncher in the heavyweights.
Tell you now, if you're hurt
In the mid-range.
Yeah.
Even Ben Davison says, close
Telling
mid-range, Joshua's the most
Joshua's
dangerous.
fantastic.
Far distance, Wilder's the most deadly.
Joshua's left hook, right hand left hook is beautiful.
He's got 1, 2, 3, isn't
He's
he?
got 1, 2, 3, and don't get me wrong, it's an obvious 1, 2, 3.
But when it
still-
works, if he catches you with the
Dude.
first one, the dominoes are going to fall.
Joshua is a 6'6", at his best, 18-stone monster.
So respect to Klitschko for not going down after that uppercut.
My God.
You know, I was at that fight,
His
up in the
neck
heavens.
stretched to about an inch.
Everyone thought that was graphics, but that was real.
No, that was real.
You know what?
Well, not the graphic version.
Yeah, but everyone who used to say Klitschko had a boring career, ironically, that brought his career back. It kind of put a stamp of approval on his career.
And it was almost. I know he's been flirting, with coming out of retirement, but that was almost the perfect way to
Swan
retire.
song.
Yeah.
It was like Zidane
It's
beating
beautiful.
Brazil at 2006
Yeah, it was
World
just
Cup.
beautiful though. Wembley Stadium, 90,000.
Can we be honest? He should have won that fight.
Klitschko. Yeah, he had a
In
chance.
6th round.
Yeah, he had a chance.
Should have finished him.
If it was Vitaly, Joshua's dead.
He would have fought. He thought that Joshua didn't have the ring generalship and experience to
survive.
to get a second win.
Yeah, he did.
So okay, TKO rounds 7 to 10.
I'm going 7-8. Yeah, 7-8. He gets him out of there. I think.
All right,
first
let
couple
me
rounds
throw a curveball because it's Joshua. What punch has Pulev got that can hurt Joshua?
Jab. He hasn't got
what
a good
the
right hand.
what, the straight
jab,
down?
Straight jab. Pulev, mark my words, go and watch the video, has the best jab in the heavyweight division. It's absolutely perfection. It's George Groves.
Eastern European
middleweight.
fighter.
It's just like, it's almost
What are
like.
you talking like Klitschko-esque?
Yeah, it's almost like he's just.
Because Joshua has
done
one
it
of the
for
best
years.
jabs.
He does, but Joshua's jab is almost
Springy.
springy, and it's not a jab to hurt you.
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis's jab evolved from that as
Like
well. Lennox
Kovalev.
Lewis, yeah, Kovalev's got a jab that will hurt you. Yard said it. His jab hurts
It's a
you.
knockout. His punch is a knockout.
Pulev has a jab that's not there as a rangefinder. It's there to actually hurt.
It's a punch.
You. It's a punch. That's the jab. That's the problem for Joshua.
That's
jab.
something else that Teddy Atlas always mentions. The jab is actually the most important punch.
It's a punch.
Okay, I agree. The other glamour fight is the trilogy fight. I know why Wilder's team have enacted the rematch clause.
Yeah.
By the way, caveat: someone of note needs to find out if, because the second fight was a penciled in rematch to be confirmed at a later date. We got that, but once that fight was decided, they put in the rematch clause for the third fight. If Tyson loses his belts, does he automatically get a rematch for a fourth fight?
No.
Because will they put an additional contract clause in?
100% not. No,
That's a risk then.
It's a risk.
So you know what that means? Tyson's team will negotiate the higher purse.
Yeah, that's
they
what it
have
is.
to.
And they've done that. So they said the winner of that gets the 60-40 split. So Tyson Fury will get the 60-40 in this fight. The second fight was like the 60-40 Wilder. So Tyson Fury will get the 60-40 in this one. Which, look, Tyson Fury is earning good money.
Okay, let me just quick fire round.
Yeah.
Should Wilder have took the fight immediately? Realistically,
No.
not financially.
No.
viable.
Oh no. They're definitely not.
He needed a
Definitely not.
tune-up, right?
He needs 2 tune-ups.
But then again, Fury shouldn't have took the first Wilder fight after 2 pathetic fights.
That's it. So fighters are built differently than us.
So you see the way I'm saying these two are intertwined with each
Definitely
other as
enough,
well.
yeah.
Their story is one story.
Yeah.
Okay. What Fury comes back, or are we seeing this new 2.0 Tyson Fury now?
Absolutely not. I don't. You know the thing about Fury, and I said this as well. That we've never seen Tyson Fury take back-to-back so-called A-grade fights.
We haven't.
He goes A-grade, E, A, E, 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 E. This is the first time.
But he's also
ever.
never been with a top broadcaster and had Bob Arum behind him.
Very true. But even with the Bob Arum, Schwartz and Volin came in.
Can I caveat to that? Can we not now, listen, not quite Derek Chisora level, but I think Volin gives a lot of top fighters problems. That Otto Volin, that wasn't luck how there was dirty fighting going on.
Yeah.
Otto Volin turned out to be tough.
You know, everyone
I
talks
think
about,
he's an awkward guy, you know.
You know the thing about these heavyweights and most guys, they all spar each other. They actually know. So if you were to ask a Dillian White about Otto Volin before he fought Tyson Fury, Dillian White would have told you that's a tough fight.
Listen.
Even Oscar Rivas, because they spar them and they know what
Well,
these
look,
guys
what
can
I had
do.
with Hellenius the other day in Kaunaki. So my point being,
So you're saying
Maybe-
he needs to get more credit for the Otto
I'm
Bollin?
saying Otto Bollin is probably top 25 in the world.
Possibly,
Maybe
I'll
top
give that.
20 now.
I'll go with that. I mean, Tyson
Because the
Fury
top
at the
10,
time,
12 are really good pedigree.
Yeah, Tyson Fury at the time when he fought him was number 2, number 1, number 2, and he caused them problems.
and the experience he gained in that fight.
Good fight.
Tyson had to bite on his gum shield.
Yeah.
Have you seen a worse cut than that? At heavyweight,
Otto
recently.
Bollin's a good fighter. Otto Bollin's a good fighter. I
He's
don't
tough.
know. He's
I'm
tough.
not saying
that's what it is.
he's tough.
He's tough. I would like to see him against
He could beat Huey Fury, is my
Wild.
point.
The
He,
Wild.
you know, I'm a big fan of Joseph Parker.
He ain't beating Joseph Parker.
No, he doesn't. But I think he gives Joseph Parker a really tough 7-8 rounds
Okay,
before
yeah.
he gets TKO'd.
Okay.
I think he's a handful for 6 rounds for anyone.
Interesting.
Not because of skill. He proved to me that he
I
was
think
tough.
Joshua would clean him out in a couple of rounds.
You see, different
Clean him
people
out.
suit different people.
Yeah, yeah. Styles make fights.
But
You're right.
Tyson didn't go into that fight wanting a terror.
I think a puncher ices him.
Yes, yes.
But someone who hasn't
A
got
boxer,
that pop,
a boxer,
is causing you problems.
Yeah.
Unless you've got that
Yeah.
X factor, whereas Joshua and Wilder have that.
I even think he could hang in there with Usyk for a
I
bit.
think I'm not joking. I think Dylan, all of them, just because he's clearly got grit. He's not a bad boxer. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. So my point being, I know we love to say A level, D level, E level for Tyson's yo-yo career. I think Tyson's in a different place now. He was Instagramming, he's in the gym today.
Yeah.
Tyson's never been on this level. And the Andy Lee Sugar Hill, people forget, Andy Lee's his cousin. Emmanuel and Sugar trained Andy 10 years ago when Tyson went out there. This is family now.
But, and I'll kind of jump in and say, but no one will put their house on Tyson Fury beating George.
They won't.
Because
But
we
that's
know
not because of
Wilder.
Tyson, that's
No,
because of Wilder.
That's why, as much as I'm like, trilogy, why is he doing it? Wilder can ice Fury immediately. That's the thing. That's what makes it so exciting.
The problem is they're hoping on that.
Yes.
They're banking all their PBC chips
They've got to.
on that.
Ruiz, PBC chip done. Kalnaki, PBC chip done. Wilder, PBC. They need it.
Okay, so 8 out of 10 fights, how many times does Fury beat him?
7.
So you think Wilder wins 3?
Yeah.
What if I say we throw at least one draw in there? Are you taking that other win off Fury or Wilder?
Taking off Wilder.
There you go.
That's our
And that's
point,
my
I think,
point.
now. Yeah.
So we rate
So
Fury
we-
so much more.
Yeah.
But are we not agreeing that Fury has definitely got another huge feather in his cap now that he can sit down on his punches? Have you ever seen Fury that aggressive against such a dangerous opponent?
No, it is though. Yeah.
A bad boxer,
Yeah.
limited boxer,
Yeah.
but a dangerous opponent.
No, we haven't.
Wilder half caught him at the first round.
Yeah, I saw it.
With Tyson Fury, you're seeing the closest version of a Floyd Mayweather as a heavyweight. You can't get that movement in 6'9". It doesn't make sense.
Agreed. I said it. I think we don't like to compare fighters from this era to yesterday's
And you're
era.
thinking of Muhammad Ali.
Not that deep. I mean, even a Ken Norton, those kind of. You don't like to compare, but you've got to see how Tyson Fury would match up well against any heavyweight in history. of
Listen, I'll run this off you in a minute. I've got he's in my top 12 of all-time heavyweights now.
Who?
Fury.
I can't have that.
You know, he's at number 12.
I can't have that.
He's at number 12.
I can't
We haven't
have
done my list.
I can't have it.
You haven't had my
Go on,
list.
go on, I can't have it. I can't have it.
Number 1 is always number 1 because he's the forefather of heavyweight boxing. He is to boxing what Sugar Ray Robinson was to boxing. Joe Lewis. I always put him before Muhammad Ali because without Joe Lewis there would be none of the other great black fighters.
I'll go Ali, but I'm not.
No. But Ali,
It's
Ali comes at number 2.
Yeah.
Always because all of them guys grew up
So
watching.
you know your top 12 off your head.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I wrote it down the other day.
Okay.
But numbers 3 to
seven.
10 are
Interchangeable.
interchangeable because they're
Okay.
that close. So it's Joe Lewis, the brown bomber,
Yeah.
versus the greatest. Number 3, it's interchangeable. George Foreman,
Really?
Joe Fraser,
Okay, yeah.
Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's in there.
Yes.
Doesn't make my top.
Yeah, no, he does for me for his
Well,
impact in the game.
Okay.
Because at his peak, I know we can make the whole
year and a half peak.
the C level, D level thing, but
No.
but
Still,
the fact that
20
he's,
years old, heavyweight champion of the world.
and how many people did he inspire in the scene? So I'm talking about legacy as well. You know,
That's-
this is the whole shebang. This is not just ring craft. This is the whole package. They're all interchangeable. So 3 Lennox Lewis probably, George Foreman, Fraser, Holyfield, Tyson, Holmes. Who's the other? Sonny Liston. Rocky Marciano comes out down around 8 or 9. But yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Pick who you want. I I've said Lennox Lewis. Vladimir's 9 or 10.
Okay, yeah.
So Rocky Marciano, Vladimir.
Yeah.
Rocky Marciano, Vladimir, and then it's. I really have to think hard. Then it's Tyson Fury.
Okay. Floyd Patterson.
No. Floyd Patterson. Yeah, Floyd Patterson could be in there. But these are like asterisks. It could be either or. Riddick Bowe is top 15 for me. Top 15, yes. So Tyson is never top 10, but if he has another 3 top fights, the only fighters I'll say he can never surpass are Joe Louis because he's the forefather, Muhammad Ali because he's Muhammad Ali. Emmanuel Stewart said he is the best talker on par with Muhammad Ali, by the way. That's Emmanuel Stewart saying that. And he came up in the amateur ranks, Golden Gloves, with Muhammad Ali. He was on the training team with Muhammad Ali. He knows the guy. And you do know, if you've seen the interview from 2012 where he predicted that Fury would dominate post Klitschko, and Wilder had a chance. Emmanuel Stewart is a flipping oracle. The other fighters, you can pick and choose who goes where. It's Holyfield, Tyson, Liston, Larry Holmes. I'm struggling to find another British fighter. AJ isn't even in top 15 for me now.
No. Of all time?
No, he's
AJ
not.
would have made my top 30.
No, okay, but he might creep in at number 20 for me.
No way.
No, but he might.
There's people like Vitali that I know with
Oh,
Tyson.
no, so you're right, Vitali. And then I have to think of people like Riddick Bowe. I think I'm going for the, I think, this is maybe my top 15 legacy of all time,
Okay.
I think. Because if we're talking on paper, Emmanuel Stewart discredited Jack Johnson, the first black heavyweight, because he said most of the guys he fought were pumped up middleweights. And they were guys that he dragged out of a bar.
Yeah.
You can't discredit what they done for the sport and the period in time. But, so I have Tyson Fury bobbing around at about 11 or 12.
We're going to have to do a video on this, and I'm going to name mine.
With less biscuits.
Yeah, with less biscuits. Maybe a slight little...
But without the controversy, or if it's controversy, Tyson Fury, how do you like my top 10? Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis. You only disagreed with 2 so far. We're both called Tyson.
Yeah. I think Floyd Patterson might have to be in there.
Okay, that's fair enough. I don't think Bo makes the top 10. Sorry, doesn't. Bo doesn't make top 10.
No, both not top 10.
Holyfield does, for the 4th time.
Without a doubt.
Lewis does.
Without a doubt.
Larry Holmes does.
Without a doubt. Larry Holmes could be my number 3.
I think Marciano does.
Larry Holmes is my 3rd best heavyweight of all time.
You might omit Marciano. I don't, because he was the smallest heavyweight ever to do what he did. And they said...
But again, they're going to question who he fought.
No, Jersey Joe Walcott, and he finished Joe Louis. You still got to finish someone.
Yeah,
we
but
can't.
yeah, the
We
end of
can't.
Joe,
No,
innit?
but
End
we
of
can't.
Joe.
But we can't rave about AJ versus Vlad at 41 and not respect that. You can't.
I don't even rave about AJ.
But we just fantasized about it for like. That's legacy. That fight was 3 years ago. That's legacy. I remember. I was there with my missus. We were up in the rafters, but I remember thinking, Jesus, like Vlad could win this. Josh is in trouble. Oh no, Josh is going to win.
Legacy facts.
So anyway,
your top 10 is good, but I would admit a couple. I can't have
Fury doesn't make the top 10. He's in my top
I
12,
don't-
15.
He doesn't make my top 20.
But that's because you're tarnishing him, I believe, because of the E-fights. But he's the only guy, he never lost his belts, like Ali lost them due to the technicalities.
There's
He never
guys
lost
out
his
there
belts.
that have fought. And it's exactly what you said. I'm tarnishing because of the E-fights.
But
I can't not do that.
You're not going to remember that.
I will.
No, in 10 years you
No,
will.
I will. I do it now.
Ali, no. We know
I do
you're
it
a
now.
critique.
I do it now. I do it now.
We know
I
you're
can't give him.
We know you're a bitch. We know you're a critique.
Yeah, I can't.
But my point is, legacy, because we could pick Floyd's career apart in pieces under a
So
microscope.
basically, you're saying
The best moments.
based on
His greatest
based on
hits.
3 fights, one was a draw, even though he won that.
He won it.
So based on 2 fights, record books.
Yes.
He's in the top. He's a top 12 heavyweight of all time.
I'm not just saying.
Are you talking about because he came back the story?
I'm still not talking about legacy. I'm talking about where he was, where he is. I'm talking
By
about
his own doing.
Tell me how many boxers out of all of that list at one time or another had all the belts.
Yeah, but then Ali, there wasn't those belts back when.
No, but Ali had all the belts of his era.
Of his era.
Let me ask you another question. Is there any doubt, even if there was doubt before, is there any doubt he's the best boxer of this era of the heavyweights? There's no doubt, is there? Let's be serious.
No doubt at all. He's number 1.
So even if we go from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties, 10s, and now to 20, that's 6 decades. Even if we take 3 boxers out, that's 18 fighters. So he has to be in the top 18 of all time.
No, I don't think it was that.
Because you're
I don't
going.
think it was that.
No, but you're going.